Yay, welcome to Witching Hour. Happy Halloween. I mean, it's a day after Halloween. Um, Now, Dia de los Muertos, if I don't know if anybody else celebrates Dead of Dead, now it's starting. And I invited somebody and it's joining us. Yay! So, this
Hi
is my friend
ho!
Lucas. He is in drunken chat because of him. And Mel, I started the whole YouTube thing. They helped me get out there and feel comfortable doing this. So I was like, oh, you available? Come over. I've been tired. Yesterday we
Yeah,
walk a lot. Taking the kids to trick or treating was
a lot, right? A lot. It can be a
yes,
lot. Because in order to get to the good neighborhoods where the good stuff is, you gotta freaking even if like the houses are like close apart, like the yards are like a little bit longer. So if it's a good house, you got long yards and the houses are
yeah.
far apart, so it's a walk.
Well, see, in this one, it was just like one. We did one block, and like you're saying, not every house was doing it, but the house that were doing it, they were like really nice decorated. There was like two houses. They do give like the full size bars, but their house is like so. It's I posted on my stories. It's very creepy, very scary. The kids they get scared. Mariah loved it. I thought Mariah was gonna get scared. Like only in that creepy house, she did get scared. She wanted me to hold her, but on everything she walked through, she walked towards the front door and she was saying trick or treat, and it was so adorable the way she was saying. She's like
Oh,
trick or treat, thank you, happy Halloween. It was adorable. Uh,
so cute.
One of the spiders, it was like one of those that jumps,
That jump,
and
yeah.
she got
I gotta
scared.
get
She's
me
like,
one of these years.
it's pretty cool. She got scared. She jumped, and then she started laughing. So she didn't cry. We're like, oh my god, that's cool. And then another one, Sam just sent me he sent me the video. He did post it, but it was Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas, one of the tall ones.
Yeah, classic.
And oh, don't close the door. It's okay. Oh, she's freaking out because they're closing the door. It's okay. And then she saw the Jack and she wanted a hug, but I was like, don't touch it. You're going to drop it. And then the guy opened the door and she was like, oh, candy. But she had so much fun. I think she loved it. Like, she's been practicing all year saying trick or treat.
So cute.
Using the McDonald's buckets, and she'll go up to us,
Oh,
Oh,
trick or
does McDonald's still give out those buckets? Because that was the thing back there, but I don't know if they still do. Okay,
They don't give it out. You do have to buy it.
Yeah,
you have to buy
yes.
it. See,
You have to
see,
do a happy meal. Yeah. It
yeah,
was you were
see.
getting them with the
Back in the
happy meals.
day, you would roll up to McDonald's and they would give you a bucket, and there would be a $5 gift certificate to McDonald's in that
Yep,
bucket.
yep.
Yeah,
I
because you
remember
go to
that.
trick,
oh,
you
thanks.
wouldn't go just trick or treat. You would go to trick or treat to certain companies, include McDonald's, and that's what they would freaking hook you up with.
What? I don't remember that. That is crazy.
And if you were a kid, that $5 was 2 meals at least.
Yep.
Well, back then, yeah,
Three.
yeah, yeah. Back then, yeah. And now, well, on Thursdays, I have kids, so I know. On Thursdays, the Happy Meals are $2.99. So on Thursday we'll go. That's the cheapest because now they're like five something for a Happy Meal. So they did the buckets. The kids wanted they did it last year, and they brought them back this year. And now they just started. I saw it online that they just started doing the Mario Kart ones. They're doing like the little Mario Kart figurines.
Mm.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
yeah, but no, they did the buckets this year too, and they were different colors from last year. And I threw a bunch of them away, the ones from last year. I think because I'm like, why do I want so much? I think I kept only two from last year, and that's the ones that she was playing with. And this year we only got two. Also, I think it's only two of them that we went twice only. Um,
Now you
and
gotta
one
be
more I
careful about
one.
you gotta be careful about throwing that stuff away, man, because some of the stuff that were toys back when we were kids are now collectibles.
Mm-hmm.
and bringing in big money. So just gotta be careful. I'm just saying.
I know. I know. I just don't have this room for it. Like,
Yeah.
Send it to
You
me.
will
I'll
have
keep it
room.
for you.
Yeah, you'll have room when they're worth $400. You'll make money.
I want that money. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was fun. How about you guys? I see, so you were telling me that tell us about your costume that
Yeah,
you were
I
giving out.
no, yeah, I was creepy as shit. That was creepy, and then pretending to be one of those statues with holding a bucket of candy, and of course, all the guys and girls there were like, "Oh, he's fake. Go ahead, just get the good stuff. He's holding it." And of course, they're coming up to me, and I don't move, so they actually like, "Oh, he is fake." And then once they start walking away, I start walking behind them because I have spurs and I'm all black and you can't hear me. It was just, listen, that's what I live for. That's it. 1 year, one time a year. It's when I get to live my dream of scaring the shit out of kids, I guess. So,
Well, you could
that's
become a
what I do.
teacher, then scare us shit out of a
Or
bunch
I
of
could
people.
be a teacher. Yeah. I could do that majority of the year. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
That's
to think I used to go to think I used to go dressed like that at work. Mm.
awesome.
And remember, I told you guys I used to work at the haunted hospital.
Oh
I
yes.
dressed up. I dressed up like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's oh my gosh. Jojo, what did you do for Halloween?
So I had a Michael Myers mask that I've never really used. It's just like on display. So I was like, you know what? Let me throw this on real quick. And then I was actually at Walmart. Oddly enough, they had these like the
The
jumper
jumpsuit?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, in the women's section for like $35. And it wasn't like
I can
costume. It
see.
was like an actual thing
That's
that women are
funny.
buying, I guess. But it wasn't the exact color. It was like grayish. So it worked out though. It worked out.
It's
Yeah,
close
had a good
enough.
time though. Watched some horror movies. Unfortunately, there were no trick-or-treaters in my apartment complex. So that's not
Yeah, apartments. Well, here, like we left because I'm in apartments, and before we left, because we go to my sister-in-law's neighborhood. Before we left, I did left a bucket outside. Like I'm like just in case, because they can see my decorations. Because you guys know I
Yeah.
decorate, so like you can see my decorations outside hanging and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
only few of the kids they did come up and they grabbed few because I told them I was like go upstairs, go get candy when I was leaving, and they came and I know they grabbed some candy. But other than that, like my thing was still full. So apartments, I know they like to go to the neighborhoods. That's where they go.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So it was
It was fun though. It was still
yeah.
nice
Jeff,
time.
what did you do, Jeff?
I sat here in my apartment because no kids came.
Yeah.
For like the last 6 years. I don't think I've seen a kid
Same.
go
Same.
into an apartment complex and get candy because they're smart now. They've got social media. They know where all the big houses and the good candy is. Everyone's spilling the beans, giving the cornbread.
Oh yeah.
Like they're smart. They know
Yeah.
they want to go. Kids today, they want everything fast and they want it as quickly and at the most they can get, right? So they're just gonna go and hit the big neighborhoods. And
Yeah.
I live in Tustin, so right up the street there's like a couple like $1 million houses. So they're just going to those neighborhoods.
Of course, I would too.
Yeah, because they're either gonna give you the full candies or money.
Money, yeah. Trick or treat. I dressed up. Trick or treat. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's cute.
Yeah, she's right. She's standing here. It was so funny. Yeah, she's like so funny. Yeah, and you, Lucas, what did you do?
Well, yeah. So I did have 5 trick or treaters come by my house, and I have little candies, and I also have like these weird. What do you call it? What's the name of that movie with Jack? There's like this.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, there's like these chains that come in like it's like a surprise pack and everything. So I had those
Oh,
out, but it
okay.
was
Oh,
only
that's
5.
nice.
But kids, they don't know how to say trick or treat. They don't know how to freaking. They ring the doorbell and then they don't even wait like 10 seconds for somebody to come to the house. So they just I open the door and everybody's gone. They're like halfway down. I'm like, hey, motherfucker, where you going? That's why they're like, oh, okay. Then they run back and then they stare at you. So it's them staring at you. I'm looking at them like,
You waiting?
Yeah.
they're like, do you have some candy? I'm like, yes. And we just
Like you gotta say the magic word.
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I said. I say, is there something you're supposed to say? Maybe something about treats or tricks? And they're like, oh yeah, that.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know
God.
So, yo.
One
why-
time, one time at the when they towards the end of the night they start getting a little older when they come to the door, they're like 13, 12, 13, 14 years old, and they ring the doorbell and they have such an attitude. Like you said, they're like, you know what to give me. Why do I have to say it? So I would be all dressed up in my dead cowboy, and I would just lean right in their faces, and I would say, "What do you say?" And
nice.
Nice.
they all of a sudden turn into like a 5-year-old, like trick or treat. I'm like, that's right, mofos. You're not getting anything for free in this place.
You know, that's why they have those memes now that the mom's yelling, say trick or treat, say thank you, stay off the grass.
Hey.
That's yes. That was me reminding, like, because it was you want to talk to you? It was my sister-in-law and her two daughters, and me with Mariah and Romy. And I had to tell them I will walk with them, and then I will say it with them, and I will say, thank you, happy Halloween, and then I will say, don't step on the grass. But yes, Lucas, I would hear like the other kids that they were not with the parents, and they were not really saying it. Like the other little kids, yeah. But some kids they did, and I saw some of Lennox's friends that they were like they're 14 years old and they're like dressed up still. So I'm like, oh, that's good. But I could hear they will say thank you.
Right. Well, you know what I think ruins it as well is now we have this thing called trunk or treat.
Oh yeah.
Where people are just running from car to car and they don't have to have any freaking manners. They don't have to say trick or treat. They're just running up on you.
It's expected.
Yeah. So they don't learn what you're supposed to say or anything. They don't learn. They don't even learn to say thank you. Because some people they just leave the candy in the freaking rack in the trunk of the car, so the kid can just run up, freaking take it, and they're freaking gone on to the next thing.
I really hope that tradition doesn't fade away because that's.
That's what it looks like.
Where is the abject horror of having to go up to somebody's house that you don't even know? Right? Ring the doorbell and then stay there and wait. And then when they come up and there's this big adult, right, that's twice your size, you're either telling them or you're begging them for candy, like, hey, trick or treat. And then he can either say, I don't got no darn candy, or or freaking start drinking. I mean,
yeah, there was one of.
Go ahead,
Jeff. No, go ahead, Jeff.
It's the only time. It's one time a year that you're allowed to get candy from strangers, and the parents give you the okay.
As long as they don't put up on you in a van, right? In the black van.
Well, the whole trunk or treat thing. It's like that's not helping their ADD. They're literally a foot away from the next car.
Yeah. Yeah. I notice here, the only people they do those are the people from part of a church. We never gone. Right. But I only see that they're like a church doing it, like right on the parking lot of the churches. Like, but I have never taken the kids. I've not. I see it like they advertise it online, or like I'm a group mom and they advertise it. Hey, come and join us, whatever, But it's a church. I'm like, I'm not part of a church, so. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not just take the kids.
Yeah, here we've got it at the church. We've got it at all the schools. At the drive-in has got it, man. Certain companies are doing it, and so even before Halloween, for the last 2 weeks, there've been like these little trunk and treats happening where they just learn bad habits, and they don't learn anything about the specialists of the freaking day,
Back in my day, we would wait till it gets dark.
Yep.
Nowadays, kids are out there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sun's blazing. And I'm like,
Oh, you don't go till
what's
after
going
dinner.
on?
For
Yeah,
sure.
and
We don't.
that is another
My,
thing. Yeah.
my parents would like wait. They're like,
Does
you.
dark.
As a matter of fact, they would make fun of me. It's still too light. Why you want to go? Because you're raring to go. But they're like, you got to wait till it's dark, and it just ingrained in me. So now when you're driving the streets, I'm like, it's like 4:30, broad daylight, and I guess they want to get it over with, and you got to wait for the parents to at least get home, get the candy, all that stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well, nowadays these kids they're not allowed off of their own blocks unless they're with their parents.
Yeah.
And they got to be home. And we're talking about the street lights. Yeah, they're allowed out to maybe 8:30 or even 9, but they got to be
Yeah.
home by freaking 9, and they're not
Oh,
definitely not allowed out by themselves.
you know what? Well, yesterday, I saw like after we got home, one of my friends posted on Facebook. I saw that because one of the areas here, like they call it the panorama. I can never say it. Panorama area. That's what I call it, and it's like a big neighborhood, and that's where it has always been like bunch of kids. You know, it's like Halloween town, like kids everywhere. Like there's a lot of traffic. In that area, I guess yesterday, it's crazy because a little girl got lost yesterday, and the cops were like driving around, like there was like a bunch of cops that are looking for the little girl. I don't know if since my friend posted, it was not in the news, so I hope they found her. But then later on I saw another post, and another person found a dog, and the dog was dressed up as a minion. I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, one little girl's lost and the dog is found, like, that's dressed as a minion. I'm like, what the heck? Like, what's happening? But yeah, I don't like to go to that neighborhood because it's way too busy, and I don't do good with crowds and stuff like that. Like I rather go to the other neighborhood. It's still nice. It's not as crowded, and it's just it's nice. But here, like, there's a bunch of neighborhoods where they do good. But trunk and treats are unique.
I think all the trick-or-treating is done earlier because parents are more scared these days, and so they don't want their kids out late. The world's a little scarier, I guess, to them. They don't trust their neighbors.
I don't think so. I think back in the day, if your kid got lost or hurt, that was it. That was a wrap. Oh well, he got lost. We ain't seen Timmy since Halloween. But nowadays, man, if you lose little Timmy, man, that shit's on Facebook, on Twitter.
Yes.
You got the news at your house within an hour. What was the last time you seen Timmy? What was he wearing? Like, bitch, I don't know.
That is so
more
true.
Accountability for parents now.
Yeah.
And that's why they are afraid.
Yeah, and also because for us, like, this is why, like, we left the house like 5:40, so 6 by 6 it's already the sun, because we live right by the mountains, so the sun's already kind of down. The sun's already down behind the mountain, so it's getting darker. And also because, like, Sam is like, I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, go to work. I don't want to be out late. And
it's a weekday too.
It's a weekday. The kids have to go to school the next day, So now things like that, you do, like, us parents, I guess we do think about more of that stuff than before. I think the parents wouldn't go out. It was, you were sending the kids out,
Yeah.
So that's why
sitting up a little bit. To watch when they came home, and then you had to screen the candy, and then that was it. But now it's a totally different thing, man. Yeah.
It's my parents never went with me. I always went with the flock of kids. And two, my parents never, ever, ever checked my candy. And that was from the era of back when it started.
You're lucky. You didn't have to pay the parent tax.
Oh no! I didn't pay the parent tax. Hell no! As a matter of
the parents tax was like 90%.
Oh no, my parents were just mobsters. They just didn't give a shit. They just took whatever they wanted, right? But the thing is, this was back in the day when check your apples, because they would put razor blades in them. So I was part of that 80s, 70s, 80s when the craziness was going on. But they never checked. They didn't open everything and all that. They're like, hey, listen, if you choke on a needle, that's on you, fool, for not paying attention to what's in your mouth. Okay, thanks, Mom, as my mouth is bleeding full of razors, but that's fine.
I don't check
But
the candy either, but because we're also eating them, so I guess
Yeah.
we're kind of checking it on the way.
But see, now that's become that whole razor thing. Even though so the truth about that was it was actually a dad that put the stuff inside of his kid's candy because he hated the mom, whatever. But now that weird story that propagated throughout the years became an excuse for the candy companies, and I hate to be a conspiracy theorist, to give us these little mini pieces of shit that they and then the charge the same. Actually, they're not even charging the same price. They're charging even more now.
Yeah.
They're charging what $25 to $30 for a bag of freaking candy for the little ones,
Good.
right?
The
And
bite
then
size, yeah.
and then people were going to the Walmart. They would say, "Oh, day after freaking Halloween, let's freaking get it. Let's freaking get the freaking discounts." Because it used to be day after
Dude.
Halloween 50%. No, you only got maybe 10-15% off of the freaking candy at the
Mhm.
Halloween. So I was like, man,
You know what? That is so true. Like I seen freaking social media, right? I seen a post that it was somebody was saying how expensive it was. And even like they went today to check the candy, like to see how much it was, and it was not on clearance yet. And they're like, what? Like what? Why is it not on clearance? It should be on clearance by now. And it was not on clearance yet because I usually like to wait also. I'm like, for Christmas, you're gonna get some Halloween candy. And but it
Damn.
was not, hey, because now like those bigger bags, it was $24. And it's not like huge bag, like it's still kind of small. And it was like
I'll just give
$25 for
ice.
that mix.
I'll just give out ice. I'll just give out ice cubes. Here you go, kid. Have an ice cube in your sack. The other thing too is it's kind of like Christmas, right? The day after Christmas, all the Christmas wrapping is on discount.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
it's the way to go. So the moral of the story, people, is wait till after Halloween to buy your candy, and wait till after Christmas to buy your wrapping paper.
And yes, and you know what? Also, like before, because this is what I used to do, like for the birthday parties, like when my siblings were smaller, because I will help my mom buy the candy. Because I used to work at Walgreens, so we will get a lot. Like before, there used to be a whole aisle of candy, and then not everything will sell out. So I will buy the candy. My sister's birthday is November 7th. So I will wait till all the candy was on clearance. So I will buy a bunch of candy because we will use that candy for for her birthday. And then
nice.
after Christmas, my brother's birthday is January 9th. So after Christmas, same thing. I will buy a bunch of candy. And then the Lennox's birthday is on April. So after the Easter, like the same thing. So
Y'all just some candy eating fools then. God damn. But at least you
hey,
had a strategy, right? You got to get the strategy down, right?
yes, don't everybody will get good candy.
But here's the question though, no, because you do share, no, like a Mexican culture, right?
Yeah.
Would you just hand the candy to them, or would you put it inside a piñata?
You know what? I do not like piñatas. I don't like
Uh,
it. I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized by piñatas.
Oh no, did you get hit?
My mom did. I was little. I was like 5, 6 years old. Dude, I thought my mom lost her eye. Like, and my
Oh
little brother,
no.
and I was like, no, about 7, maybe something like that. I don't remember. And my brother after me, were 4 years apart. He even remembers too. We were talking about it because he said that he hates piñata. I was like, me too. I'm like, was it that time when mom got hit? He's like, yes. The stick
That'll do
broke.
it.
Yeah, the
Jeez.
stick broke and it flew and it hit on my mom right on the eye. And
Oh,
everybody's like,
damn.
oh, because it got like she got a little bump right, like big old bump right away. So everybody like eyes, and they were on my mom putting eyes and all kinds, like they made also a big deal too. So we were like, my mom lost her eye.
Oh,
Yeah, it can be
Jesus.
dangerous because
So
it's like the
yeah,
kids go crazy and they're blindfolded. So
yes,
if
before was
if
yeah,
there's a kid in the way, or
yeah,
like if they just go the opposite
oh,
direction for whatever
yeah.
reason,
I don't
they're
know.
gonna
I
hit
think the
someone.
parents are just not smart. They should be standing behind the kid that's swinging and far behind the kid.
They typically do.
Yeah,
Yeah, they typically
and my
do.
mom, you know what? My mom was far away from the piñata. It's just the stick freaking flew
Yeah,
far.
that's
Yeah,
that's
broke off.
And
Yeah.
Mexico, the way they used to make, I don't know if they still do, but before it was not your made of
Paper.
cardstock. No, it used to made of a clay. So it was,
Really?
yeah, it
Yep.
used to be different. So
Oh,
they
I
were
didn't know that.
harder to break. Yeah. Now that I think maybe because animal accidents, I remember, another one too. And another, it was in Mexico, they celebrate Las Posadas. What do you call
Mhm.
those? What are posadas, Caesar? Like,
Which posadas are you?
It's
what do
like
you,
an homage. It's like a walk. You're supposed to
for,
walk through house to house.
what kind of like when Joseph and Mary were like knocking like at the doors to,
trying to find shelter. So it's the whole group of people would go to house and they sing and all that stuff. And it's a
yeah.
big religious thing. It's a Mexican thing.
Yeah.
I don't
So
have to tell you.
yeah, so then they used to do that, and then at the end, like closer to Christmas, they will do a big party and they will do piñatas. Well, one of those clay piñatas, after like because they're going like this, the piñata broke, but still was part of it there, and the guy dropped it and it hit me.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus, no
No,
wonder you don't like piñatas.
yes. So
Your
now
mom losing an eye. You getting a cartoon
there you
piñata falling on your
go.
head.
Yes, dear. So
Jeez.
I don't like piñatas, so I don't buy piñatas for my kids. Like when
Oh
we go to parties and there's one, I'm like, oh, I'm like all
You ruined
nervous.
it for
Like,
you ruined it for your kids. You
yes,
ruined it for your kids. They're never going
yeah,
to experience the
they
pleasure of whacking an
have.
adult with a stick.
I mean, they have. We've been to a few parties that they have them, and but once I'm like, I'm all covering my face. I'm like covering
She's all
their face.
paranoid.
Or yes.
Hey, you
That's
guys. So
funny.
I just looked up the origin of trick or treating because I
Yeah.
never really knew.
What is
And do
it?
you
Oh
guys
yeah,
know it?
it's
I
yeah. I do.
don't
It
really.
started in
I
Europe.
do.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah. It
Irish
was yeah.
and
Yeah.
Like
Now is that the one
Scottish.
with the soul cakes?
I just quickly wikied it, and it's saying
Yeah.
basically that the term trick, it's based on, I don't know why I always just thought it was like something fun, but it's kind of more
It's a prank.
like if you
Like a
don't give
bad
me
prank.
a candy, I'm gonna like do something obnoxious to your house.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, it's more like a threat.
Wow.
Back
So
Yeah.
back
do
in
Yeah.
back in the
something.
days
Yeah.
when you went around with your friends trick or treating, and a house didn't give you candy or they wouldn't open the door and you knew they were home because you could see through the
They
window
will
of them
egg
watching TV.
your
They'll
house.
egg you. They'll TP your house. Oh
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what it's supposed to be. I was like,
Oh,
I've heard of
Yeah.
that. Like, there's some places where like the day before, I forget what it's called. Like in Jersey, I know they do it, where the whole day before, it's like made for pranksters. So like you got to be careful of that. What you're talking about, or like kids will
oh
go
Yeah.
in
wow.
groups and
Hell,
just trash
yeah, it's hell. Yeah,
houses.
it's like Hellfire Day or Hell Day.
Something
It's
like
Hell's Day.
that.
I think
Yeah.
Hell's Day.
it's Hell's Night.
Hell's
Hell's
Day.
Night in Detroit. It's in
Okay.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Well,
Gotcha.
that was in
Gotcha.
Where
all. Yeah, that was in all the urban areas, man. It was Philadelphia, Chicago, Detroit. It was all over the
yeah.
place. And
So
wow.
like
then
I heard of that, but I didn't really realize or connect it back
What
to trick or treat. That's funny.
Yeah, because it all really started back in the day when kids would go to house and they would pray for a lost loved one, and the owner of the house would give them these things called soul cakes, which are basically cookies.
Mhm.
So they would hand out these soul cakes to the kids so they could get in return prayers for who they lost. And that
Oh,
started to
Mm.
the
evolve
whole
to every
Halloween thing.
year, the whole getting treats for going to someone's house and they're being expected. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
man, it's crazy. Devil's Night. That's what it
And
yeah,
you
is.
know what? It's crazy because I thought it was in America. Like, well, growing up, like because I would lived in Mexico and stuff like that. Like, I thought it was an American thing. Like because in
Yeah, me
Mexico
too.
at the time,
I
like
yeah.
back in the
well,
early '90s, it was rare that they were celebrated. Like, not everybody, because they were like, oh, it's el diablo. It was a devil
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
I was always tracking that it was a Wiccan thing because you have your Halloween
Samhain.
Eve,
Samhain.
and then today would be
All Saints.
All Saints Day.
uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That is a literally big Catholic
Yeah.
thing
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard about
Yeah.
where
that.
they give observances. So I was tracking And the way they put it in our little heads in Catholic school was like, hey, devils and the devils and all souls all come out on that day.
Mhm.
And if you want to do something to bring your family members, you remember them and they stay with you. But the demons are still out, right? So eventually the angels need to come in, and then that's All Saints Day. But the angels, after they're done with the demons, and they take the souls back to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's
you're actually kind of right there, because All Saints Day was created by the Catholic Church to go against Hallows
Hallows
Eve,
Eve.
right, to
Yeah.
Halloween.
Oh wow.
So and it's considered Samhain in back in Europe back in the day, right?
Wow.
So the Catholics did not like that Halloween was a thing, or Samhain, so they chose November 1st, right after Halloween, to be the Catholic All Saints Day. So
That's
it was done
interesting.
on purpose
Yeah.
to counteract the thing. Listen, it's kind of wacky, and like you were saying, you thought it was an American thing.
Yeah.
Americans are the ones that really marketed it and became what it is now, right? The dressing up, the parades. I think the very first Halloween parade was in Ohio or Cincinnati or some
Wait, there's a
small
parade?
town.
I didn't know there was
There's
a
a small
parade.
town. There was a small town, and I want to say Ohio, that is the first like initiated Halloween town, because they're the ones who actually made it a big thing where everyone would take a nice walk in the streets with their costumes. And we all know back in the old days, their costumes were creepy as shit. You watch costumes, look at those pictures of the costumes from
Yes.
1920s.
Yes.
They're creepier than anything now. It's just
Oh,
straight
yeah.
out. It's
Yeah, let
just
me
fear
see.
fuel.
I just seen. I
So
follow this page. What is it called? The something about history. The history page or something like that. Let me see. Let's see
you
if
know,
I
if
can.
you guys ever really wanted to, I think it's on Netflix, Amazon, one of those, and it's called The History of Halloween. And it was
Mhm.
originally showed on the History Channel. And they go
Oh.
through the whole thing,
Ooh, I would love to watch
including
that.
they actually hit Halloween Town is featured in there as well. So
I'm more
Oh.
interested in, because tomorrow is Dia de los
De los
Muertos,
Muertos starts tomorrow. Yeah.
and we are having a festival in my town, which will be interesting. Um, so my wife is going to drag me to that. Hopefully,
Are you gonna
matter of
do
fact, I
the
just
face paint?
see, I have a feeling that I would probably be the only asshole that shows up with it, man. Freaking thing, like,
No,
it's
no way.
I'm like, yeah, baby, and everybody's like, man, who the fuck is this guy?
I hate when that happens though. Oh, there've been so many Halloweens at work where I'm like all into it. I go dressed up and I'm literally the only person.
Have you guys ever seen that episode of Modern Family that it says that the guy, he's like, oh, I guess two guys tell Mitchell he's new at that job, and they tell him, yeah, we're all gonna dress up, and he dresses up. He's so excited because finally he's gonna dress up at work, and he shows up in Spider-Man costume, and then he hears in the bathroom, oh, look at this dorks, they're the only ones who dress up, and he's like, shit, I listened to the wrong people. So he puts his suit back and he has a Spider-Man suit under, and he's all squeaking like it's such a
Oh,
funny
man.
I love that show. Let me see if I can find
At,
this.
yeah. At my old job, man, there was 1 year they came out and they said, all right, you guys can dress up if you guys, tomorrow's Halloween, you guys can dress up if you want. I was like, all right, great. I wasn't going to dress up because I had a presentation to give. Half the other motherfuckers didn't even show up because it was Halloween. Some people don't go to work on Halloween. There were, however, 3 people that showed up dressed up. One was the 6'6" dude, black dude,
Oh
who
my
showed up
God.
in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles onesie.
Yes. I
And
bet
we're all looking at him. I was like, okay, so you don't have anything to change it to? He's like, no, I thought everybody was gonna. I was like, come on now.
That's
do that.
hilarious.
you
And
know
the
his
other,
excuse was just to be comfortable at work.
I know, right?
and then
Yes.
the other 2 were dressed up as Civil War soldiers. And I was like, come on. They had the muskets and everything. I don't even know how they
Oh
got it
wow.
through security. With the muskets and the hats and everything else. Like, What the hell, guys?
Oh, you
All
know
right.
they're reenactors. That's not a
They are.
costume they've had all year.
They are. They are.
Yeah, they only get to wear it twice a year. You know.
Man,
Oh,
I'm
man.
trying to find. I seen it recently on Instagram, like that they show, like like the creepy, like super creepy costumes, like how they were back in the day. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
because a
find
lot of the
this.
face masks were paper mache, and
Mhm.
they're just eerie, and it's bad enough that the picture's already black and white, right? And there weren't either
Mhm.
sheets and these paper mache and these fake smiles, and it's just
Ugh.
that's nightmare fuel for people who don't like that kind of shit. To
Yeah.
me, we talked about it last time on the show. To me, scary movies is not Saw or Hostel or any of those. That's not
Mhm.
scary, right? It's a
That's torture
slasher. We
porn.
said it's
No, those are
yeah,
that's
exactly.
torture porn.
That's what we
And
were
it's torture
saying.
porn, right? It's not scary. It's yes,
Yeah.
it's sometimes are a little the jump scares. For me, the scary ones are the supernatural, the ones that are just
Same.
quiet, the
Mhm.
Conjuring, stuff like that. And not to take away from Halloween, the movie Halloween, because the Halloween was one of the OGs. To me, even as when I was young, Freddy Krueger was not even scary. It was kind of to me, it was kind of campy. Even as a
Yeah, it
child, I was
was.
like, being young, I was like, this isn't scary. I don't find him scary. Now, Michael
Mhm.
Myers, he's scary because that fool doesn't say a damn word, right?
I
And
know.
silence is always scary,
Yeah.
in
Definitely.
my opinion.
Yeah.
I
Love that
know.
guy. Michael, the guy from Michael Myers has been showing up to every Baltimore Comic Con for the last 5 or 6 years. Man, good guy.
Yeah, and
Good guy.
he'll keep going. He'll keep going.
That's cool.
Him and the one kid from the Neverending Story. I think his name was Trail. The one whose horse
Oh,
got stuck in
yeah,
the
yeah.
mud and shit. Yeah.
Oh my god, I seen
Mm.
that. Let me see.
Yeah,
That was
He's like
cool.
he's like punk rock now. It's crazy.
you ride that lightning, man. I mean, you ride that gravy train until you possibly can.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way it goes.
I'm gonna share my screen. I found the what do you call it? Hold on. I found this thing, like it's an article of the vintage costumes of like Halloween. Look at
Oh
hold on.
gosh.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's
Oh
not scary
my
at all,
God.
people.
Bro.
Right?
Oh wow.
The pig.
That
Oh,
one.
hell
Pig
no.
man.
Come on,
Jeez.
man.
What the heck is that?
Now we know where they get all the comic book
Look at
influences
this
from.
one.
That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah.
stuff's not right. It's just not right.
That's so bad. That one's look at this one. This one right
No.
I
there.
mean,
Oh my gosh.
those are the ideas
Yeah.
they get for those movies, right? I
Oh
mean,
my gosh.
what Stranger in the Woods or The
Totally.
Strangers or whatever it's called. Look
Yeah,
at those
sure.
masks.
Yeah.
I mean, get the
Look at
hell out
this
of
one.
here.
Look, there's Mickey. Mickey's looking.
That one right there.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
a poor man's Mickey.
Yeah,
looks
that's a
like
Timu Mickey
Yeah.
right there.
Oh, there's a Mickey.
Oh, those look,
wait,
those look
so
nicer.
yeah. So just remember
no.
that there is a horror movie about Mickey as well as Winnie the
Mhm.
Oh
Pooh,
my
and
gosh.
people are like, "Man,
Yeah.
that whole Mickey Mouse movie is freaking stupid." No, they look
Oh.
how people were dressing back in the day.
Yes. Look at that. What the hell?
That's the Goodyear man.
Yeah, the Goodyear man.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, look at that one.
No.
Heck no, I think
Yeah,
I'll be more scared.
if you didn't have nightmares before,
Yeah. What was telling
this-
you?
Okay.
if that shit
Oh,
walked up to
man.
my
Harley
door,
Quinn.
I'm kicking it. I'm kicking it if it walks to my door. Literally.
A
Yeah.
little leash
Look
fetish.
Look at
back
that.
there.
Nope. I
Oh
would
my
I would kick it, then burn it.
Dude, that picture right there is just
Yeah, it's so haunting. Like
That's yeah,
look
that's
at
not
this
right.
one.
oh
Yeah,
my god. The
that's
one
not
on the
even,
left.
look, go back. That's not even Halloween. That's like in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
That's true.
People just dressing up.
That's
In the
That's
middle
just
of
a
the
regular- that's just-
countryside.
And
Right.
like,
That's just
"Merry
that's a
Christmas."
regular
Nigga, what?
that's a regular
Yeah.
Thursday night.
Yo.
You know?
Oh my god.
No way. That's creepy.
Dude, it meant no, like, yeah. At least this one's cute. This one's not so bad. Well, the mask it has on the hand's not cute, but
Love
oh
it, love
hell.
it.
Jeez.
Yeah. What the hell? This is very creative. Wow.
Wow, that would have won no a Comic Con.
Look at, oh my God, look at
What's
this.
up with the
Look
tail though? I don't now I
Whoa!
don't understand. Like what? I understood it looked like a castle, but then you got a rat's
Oh
tail.
I don't think it was a tail.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think so either. Oh my God.
Congratulations if it wasn't a
I
tail.
can't. Look at it.
Yeah.
My
Give
adulthood
that
has
man,
been ruined. What
yeah,
the?
give that man a prize.
What is this? Oh man, what? Oh my gosh.
Oh, geez.
Wait, the
Okay.
shadow.
Yeah,
Look at the shadow.
Yeah, that's
That's
crazy.
great.
Okay.
that's just wrong.
Yeah, dude, look at that kid.
He's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when they say, "Hey, ¿tú quieres eso
Jeez.
viejo para te lleve?" Okay.
I know. Oh, what is? Oh my, dude. Look at that.
Every
Is Easter bunny? Is that an Easter bunny or what?
everybody had homemade
Dude.
costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody,
well, that's the whole thing. You know, you didn't go to the store and just buy it. You had to
Dude.
make up your own shit.
Look at
somebody
Is
this.
that
can
why
just
they
put
all look
all these.
weird?
It looks like The Hills Have Eyes or one of those movies. Dude. Oh my god. Ugh.
Is that supposed to be a baby? Okay.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Look at that guy's like, what is happening?
It's like you are the only one that is dressed up, sir. What's going on?
Yeah. Yes. Wow.
Dude.
Look at. Oh no. Dude. No. Oh my god. I'm done with this list.
That was creepy.
Yes. Yes. I
Yeah.
remember saying that many times. I love it. It's like hell no.
Yeah, I told you guys, it's no joke, man. Back in the days, it was creepier, and you know, who knows what I listen. Halloween is my favorite, right? We all, for the most part, I think it's for the most part, it becomes more of an adult thing. You know, the adults like to do it because the adults like to dress up because now you're able to dress up in things that you weren't able to as a kid, either because you couldn't afford it or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And it gets creepier and
Or you
creepier and
get your butt
creepier.
whooped.
And yeah, and I'm all for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all for the Halloween,
Yeah.
but it just goes and here we go,
Yeah.
another year,
This
right?
year,
Jeez.
like honestly, this year I didn't feel like I was like, we went to the store and I was like, at first I was like, yeah, I want to dress up. Like I want to buy now. I can buy like you're saying, like I can buy one of those cool costumes and stuff like that. And I was like, I wasn't feeling it. I feel like every
I
year's
was
the
like
same
that
costume.
too.
Every year's this. I feel like I see the same at the store. Every year's the same thing. There's nothing that. The only thing that I was like, oh, like Lydia. Oh, where'd Lucas go? He disappeared. Lydia, maybe like from Beetlejuice. That's one that I have
Oh,
always
yeah.
wanted to like dress up like he disappear, like Lydia or the couple do the couples thing with my husband. But I don't know. I was just like I didn't feel. I
Lucy,
ended
don't
up.
you have like a whole bunch of stuff you can wear? Didn't you?
I
Like you
do.
do a lot of
I
cosplay.
do. Yeah, I don't do a lot, but I have my Ghostbusters shirt, so I wore that one. I was like, I'm gonna go. Like it's like it has the big Ghostbusters, like one of those.
Sexy
Yeah.
Gizmo.
Yeah, see, that's
How
the
does
other,
Gizmo get sexy?
that's the other thing too. They make sexy out of
Yes.
everything.
Yeah,
Everything it becomes sexy. It's like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Freddy.
I've never been
Freddy
one. I've
Krueger.
never been one to dress up. I don't think in my whole history of Halloween I've ever dressed up as anything cute. It was always something creepy and just spooky. But I was never that guy that dressed up as a banana, or a cucumber or whatever. I just it never did anything for me. I needed to be I had to be the creep factor. And even as a couple, it was something as a creepy couple. It wasn't like, I'm Mark Anthony, she's Cleopatra. It wasn't that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Halloween equals creepy.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Like I always like to be like the one that I like usually like when I don't know what to dress up, I'll be a witch. I love dressing up like a witch with the hat and everything.
Yeah,
like
that's a solid.
I love
good
that one. That's one of my favorite. Instead of a cat, like how most girls do, like the sexy cat. But nah, I want to
Then
be a
you just buy
witch.
the like crooked nose too, and then
Yes, they witch. I want to.
yeah.
And but yeah, no, like this year, yeah, I have my Ghostbusters. Like I have dressed up only once, and I was like 20, one of those like sexy,
Yeah.
And I remember taking pictures. Oh my god! Now I look back at the pictures and I feel so like embarrassed. Like I bury those pictures. I'm like, oh my god, what did I do
I
that?
hope my
Like,
kids don't find these pictures.
no, not even
Yeah.
that. Like,
I think
it was
like
just like
every
ooh,
girl does it when they're
I
like
guess.
that age, though.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it was
But
at
you're
because
least
supposed
once.
to.
I mean, if
At
you're
least
gonna do it,
once.
that's the age to do it.
Yeah,
You're
I did it
supposed
as a
to,
vampire, and then I was
on
over it.
because on Schitt's Creek, the mom she does it, and she makes a great point. She goes,
yeah,
"Yeah, I did it. I did it because I knew that I'm going to get old one day, and I'm going to look back
Exactly.
at these
You
pictures
have
and
to
say,
do it at least once.
yeah, I was a sexy ass bitch. Yeah,
yeah, that is
yeah,
true. Look, that is true. You know what? And she says, yeah, take naked pictures because you're gonna like. That's what she says. She's like, you're gonna look back and it's like, damn. And I'm like, and I remember when I watched, just like, dang it, I should have taken some pictures before I had kids. I mean, for me personally, like to look at me and be like, oh, I remember when I didn't have stretch marks.
oh,
I weren't saggy. you know, those are like it happens.
Well,
Now
that guys
I'm
do
proud
that
of
too.
yeah. Now I'm proud of my
yeah,
choice.
but
Don't
guys
get
are
me wrong.
creepy, so yeah, we shouldn't be taking pictures, man.
Yeah, seeing
No, no,
pictures.
I'm saying like guys, if they were like, ex bodybuilders or they were this
Yeah,
and they had hair, So I should have taken younger pictures of myself when I had hair.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it all happens. Well, we all get older now. What the fuck? Who
I don't
Yes,
cares?
know.
it
As a
is.
guy, I give shit if I had hair or not anymore. It's gone. I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter
Different.
at this
But you know
point. I
what?
don't
Yeah,
care.
I agree with you. Says like my husband, well, Sam. Like now, you know, we both gain weight, and he sees pictures like that. He's like, oh, look at I was skinnier. So yes, like you look at yourself like it's like,
Well,
dang,
you know
you
what?
didn't.
I guarantee, that is the biggest thing of divorce, man, is because you married this one absolutely gorgeous person, and then next thing you know, 3 to 4, maybe 12 years down the lane, you're waking up to a totally freaking different person, right?
That's
And no, Lucy, you're still kind of hot, so don't even take it that way, all right?
oh, thanks, Lucas.
But sometimes, because when you're young and you're gorgeous, you can get away with a whole bunch of stuff. You can freaking
Yeah,
tell that motherfucker off, and you're like, oh, she's so cute when she's freaking hot, right? But then when that
that was
40, 30, yeah, 30, 40 pounds later, and you wake up and that person and it's a totally different person, and that person's not that hot, and they yell at you with that stank breath, right?
Oh.
You're like, where are those papers at? I need you to sign here because we can't be together
see,
anymore.
that's a horror story for sure.
That is the American Horror Story.
Oh, that's
Kids,
sad. That's
Kids, I used to be rich, and then I married your mother, and then half my shit gone. That's
Oh, that is actually a nightmare.
Yeah, we
that's half of
women.
America.
Everyone
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
ages different. Some people say, for the guys, hey, he's better looking now when he's older than when he was younger because
Well,
he has a little bit of
it's
grain.
different.
It's so
Yeah.
distinguished and all this that. But look at her. I mean, she had her work done. She got this. She got that. And she's still nasty ass, right? And it's so weird.
Mhm.
We're humans are an
Yeah,
interesting creature.
we are. You should,
Right? Because the guys can lose weight, but that whole thing where the woman does everything they can't lose the weight, but the guys lose the weight pretty quick.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
don't know what to
hormones.
tell you. It's
This
just
is we're
It's
talking about
hormones.
this is the horrors. I'm telling you, yes, stupid hormones, like it kills us. Like it is so true.
I
Like
didn't know we were going to be talking
yeah.
about this type of horror.
right,
This is
Okay,
right.
Lucy,
It's
real
body horror.
life, dude.
Lucy,
Real life.
Lucy,
Yeah.
have you been keeping track of the Lonchera horror that's been going on now?
No, what is
What is
that?
that?
So
Ooh,
so
tell
people
me.
so yeah so people have been talking about that their husbands, right? Because some of the wives, they've been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, putting lunch together for their husbands and everything, right?
Yeah.
And then sometimes the wives are like, you know what? Sometimes I don't feel like it, or I don't do it at all. He just does it for himself. Well, apparently the guy is more than happy to, because when he goes to work on his construction site, there's a lonchera. That's the lady with the gut truck, or this truck full of like snacks and everything. And then
Mm.
they don't just dress regular. They got the
Oh.
freaking front meat and the ass cheeks out and everything, right?
Oh
And
no.
and then and
Wow.
then because one lady was like, I've been wondering, like, my even my husband, he's been putting stuff, but he comes back with the same shit. So I decided to go to work, go to his job to figure out why he hasn't been eating.
Oh
Maybe he's
no.
going out to lunch with somebody, and they know this lunch chat out,
Yeah.
freaking pulls up, beep, beep, and freaking he runs. He's out there fucking running to fucking give him the cash and everything. Like, yo,
That's,
and it's been
in Spanish, there's a saying, un taco de ojo, a taco of an eye, because he's like eyeing that lady, like,
Oh
you
no.
know. Oh,
yeah, you got to get
that's
on that.
so
Freaking
funny.
check that
I
shit
need
out
to look it
on like
up.
luncheras, man.
That is
Ooh,
so funny. Yeah,
they got the freaking.
that's so funny. I'm gonna tell Sam, because there's one lady who goes to their job, but she's older. It's an older lady. I seen her because for before his boss opened up the comic book store. I did like I told you guys before, like I did the inventory. So I was going into their office, like, and doing the inventory there. So I will see the lady, and it's an older lady. Like, the food is really good. Um, so like I know, so I'm gonna tell her, hey, is your lunch yet? They're gonna be like, hell no. But
Oh my
there's
goodness.
not that, there's more when they go to the fields, like where the people that work at the fields, like, the all the strawberries and all that stuff. That's
Mhm.
where they go. They don't really go much to the shops, like they go out there. But man, it's probably, yeah, I'll be like, just buy food. I don't want to wake up early.
So now you're bringing up another horror story that's happening here in the United States.
What?
Strawberries, broccoli, the broccolis, the greens, the peanut butter. What else is being on recall right now with either
Oh,
salmonella or
Really?
yeah?
Oh
So
yeah.
so so 2 weeks ago it was the McDonald's food,
I was
right?
gonna say the onions in the
Right, it
McDonald's.
was the onions, right? But then right after that, then they were like, "Oh crap! It's not just the onions. There's like the broccolis and the these greens, and then certain flour like that was in like certain Costco." And they're like, "Oh wait, no!" And now they're talking about, "Oh, it's peanut butter as well." It's getting
Oh,
crazy right now, and I don't think it's any different. I think it's just that a lot more people are paying attention now about what the heck is
what's in
going
the
on.
food?
So man, it's yeah, you gotta be careful out there,
Yeah.
man. If you feel
That,
Yeah.
sick at all,
that,
because in one instance there was an 88-year-old man. He got sick. He went to McDonald's, got sick, went to the hospital, and they didn't find anything wrong with him. They was like, "Oh, he's sick, man. Let's just get some fluids in you." And they didn't make it. Once again, they didn't make any connection to McDonald's. So
Oh,
he freaking eats it, freaking goes home. Right. 2 days later, he goes back to McDonald's
damn, this dude.
again. Now he's dead.
No
Jeez.
Yeah,
way.
yeah. So
Holy
so
crap.
when he goes up to heaven to Saint Peter, he's like, "So how'd you get here?" Well,
McDonald's got me.
That made me
I
laugh
went to
about that.
I went to McDonald's, and that's all I remember. And
Oh,
it blows. I would make him wait in the back of the line
gosh.
because that's just a shitty way to go.
What would you
To be honest
go
with
twice if you just got sick? Like, you
Literally.
think, and you know what? It's crazy because the strawberries, I didn't. Mariah loves strawberries. That girl can eat strawberries. And this past few times, like that I had bought them, like I kind of throw basically the whole thing away because I noticed that they were going bad so fast. Like
Dude, yeah, I've noticed
bunch
that
of
too.
them,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, I had just gone home, and then usually I try to look through them. And the two times that I didn't, because I was in a hurry and look through them, like half of them they were bad. And then I put them, like
Mhm.
I washed them, and like I wash it with vinegar. I let them soak for a little with the vinegar, the white vinegar, and then I put them in the fridge. And then when I take them out they're already bad. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Like, what is happening?
I saw some bad at the store. Like
Yeah.
there's mold on them at the
Well,
Well,
store.
yeah. Well, what a lot of people don't realize is that some of your stuff isn't straight from the fields to the processing plant to the thing.
Mhm.
Some of it goes from the fields to a freezing plant, right? So that's why you can get certain fruits during the winter time because they're frozen and then they are unfrozen as needed. And then
Mhm.
so some of the stuff might be 6 months, might be 7 months when by the time you
Dang.
freaking get it and you're like, oh, this should be good. Nope, it freaking turns
It
out.
goes bad.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I don't know what the whole chemical process that it turns so bad so quickly. But I do know
Yeah.
that it's part of it because it's not just strawberries. It's like oranges and melons and all the other stuff that they do
Mhm.
that for.
Yeah, usually like if I go to Walmart, I get them from Walmart. I don't buy them from Walmart. They go bad fast. There's a Food for Less by my house, and there because that's the store that I go to because it's like the one that is closer to me. So I go there, and usually that one they do last longer. But lately, I don't know if it was from a different place or what. I didn't pay attention, but it was going bad. But usually the ones from I don't buy from Walmart because they go bad fast. Man,
Well, if you buy anything from Trader Joe's, it'll go bad in 2 days
and get it.
because they don't use any preservatives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They don't
that's
use
true.
preservatives.
Organic
That's why
stuff.
it's
Yeah.
organic stuff. So if you buy like a loaf of bread, if you're not eating it quick enough,
Mhm.
that shit will start growing its own city in your little pantry if you don't pay attention.
Yeah,
It so that's why sometimes they're like, oh, I bought this at Albertsons, whatever. It's been in my thing for weeks. You buy Trader Joe's, it's grown its own factory. As a matter of fact, it starts to grow its own bread
bread.
factory in it because it's so nasty and little tiny workers and HR and all that stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You
is
just have to shop
that
for the day. Just like
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
you're gonna make, just go that
Yeah.
day.
Well, see,
You
the
gotta
strawberries, the strawberries they go by fast. I'm telling you, yeah, they don't last long at my house because one, they either eat them so fast or they kind of forget about it and then they just go bad. It's just like one of the other. You see, you open the door and it looks like it go. Seriously,
You
dude.
open the fridge door, he goes, how's your day going?
Dude, I want to see a movie about that. That'll be hilarious. You know, they have movies for everything now. So there's like the people living in your fridge.
Definitely in anime and manga, man. They got something for everything. Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my
The the house husband who's also an assassin
Dude.
spy. Yeah, they
That
got
one was pretty good. I like that one. Sucks that it canceled. But you know what? There was one that we just started watching. It's on Netflix. And it's like demons and aliens. And then
done.
yes, yeah, there's like
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah.
good. We
It's
love
so
it.
stupid, but I'm like, man, all right.
Yeah, we got sucked in. Me and Sam, like, we seen a little before it came out, like a little piece, a trailer,
Yeah.
and then we started watching, and like we watched the 4 episodes, and we're like, what? We're all caught up. We have to wait for the other one. So now, like, we watched the fifth one. It's so good.
Yeah, so it's basically a witch. It's basically the granddaughter of a witch who teams up with a student who was cursed by a speed demon. So now he's lost his penis, and together they hunt down aliens and
Oh.
I'm
And
sorry.
he was
Did you
Bongo.
say he just? Hold on. Did you just say he lost his penis?
Yeah,
yes.
the witch took it.
That's a hell of a curse.
Because for a second there, I was
And the
about to
only way-
like, fuck.
and the only way he can get it back is they got to team up together to get her more powerful and him more powerful, so she can race the witch in exchange for his penis back.
Yeah.
It sounds like my
That's why.
ex-wife.
Yeah, she's
It's-
all like, give
it
me
sounds
your
like-
dong dong.
It sounds
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what she said. She's
the theme of my ex-wife.
Like,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
kind of
You
interesting.
have to watch it, Caesar. It's on Netflix. It calls Done.
I
Not Done.
anything that has to do
hilarious.
with missing penises, I'm out. You know, it's kind of funny because the minute you said that, I looked down. I was like, all right, just make sure.
Still there.
Talking about a horror
This is
story.
in my ass.
I lived in Virginia when that John Bobbitt thing happened.
Lorena.
Wait.
Yeah, Lorena
No,
Bobbitt.
well,
That's right.
well, his name is John
Yeah,
Bobbitt,
she
right?
Yeah,
does.
John
She said,
Bobbitt.
she says, "Oh, you want to beat me up? Well, I guess you don't fucking need this anymore. Just fucking
In
whip this shit out."
while he was sleeping and he didn't even wake up.
He was sleeping. Yeah.
Oh.
And then she
Hey.
threw it somewhere in the street. Yeah.
Yeah, she
How
drove
cute.
out and
well,
threw
they
it.
found it with the ducks.
Mm.
Oh.
They found it was a bunch of ducks. She
They
said,
did
"You
find
So-
it, but they
Yeah,
couldn't
they found it.
reattach it.
Oh,
Or
no,
they,
they
listen,
reattached
they
it.
reattached
They
it.
reattached it because he was doing porn with it afterwards.
Listen, people. I will accidentally graze my junk and I jump higher than a fucking cat on a roof. I can't imagine being asleep and all of a sudden someone lops something off and you're like, ah. I mean, what is that? I mean, come on, you're not going to
Was he
react.
high or
That's
something?
crazy.
No, I think he might have been drunk.
He might have
Yeah, I
been.
think he might have been drunk. He might have been drunk.
Yeah.
Even if I was stone cold stoned, I would still feel something. Well, I don't know.
So
Being decapitated. I mean,
Yeah,
castrated.
unless
Come
you're on
on, man.
PCP.
Oh
so
man.
Yeah.
lesson learned,
easy.
lesson learned, men, is let's treat our women with absolute respect and keep our hands to ourselves. And if for some goddamn reason you do, don't fall asleep afterwards. Like everything's gonna be okay.
You
No,
know what I'm
don't
gonna
do
do?
it. Especially
I'm
if your wife is a Latina. Nah, man.
From here on out.
Oh,
That's what I'm
listen,
gonna do. I think I'm gonna tie a string to the end of my finger to the end of my peepees. And if my finger wiggles, I'm up. I'm up automatically because if one moves, the other one's moving. You know what I'm saying? So something's going on. I'm just saying.
That's
Jeez.
true. Oh my god. Well, and that note, guys. That is so crazy. Oh my god. I feel like I remember hearing something about that, but I don't. Like I barely remember that. Oh my gosh, that is insane. And yeah, that was our hour, and we talked about
Everything.
stuff.
We talked the horror stories of
All
food,
different
the
aspects
horror
of
story
horror.
of missing penises, the horror story
Body horrors.
of old body horrors. We didn't talk about whores. We did not talk about whores. And the
did
costumes.
with the food.
Oh, the lonchera, yeah. So there we go.
We did.
Yeah, we did. So actually, everybody, we covered the gambit. Everyone, just let you guys know. So happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween.
Well,
And
thank
Dia
you
de los
guys.
Muertos.
El Dia de los Muertos.
El
Yeah.
Dia de los Muertos. That's right.
Yes. Thank you so much, Caesar, Jojo, Lucas, Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. Right after, what time you starting, Lucas?
Probably in about 20 minutes or so.
20 minutes. Go
Yep.
ahead.
Did we
Well,
end today?
Chat.
Yep,
Today is
Mighty
Friday.
Mel V's
Oh,
channel.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, go on. It's Drunken Chat.
You must drink a lot of fluids, sir, because you are talking about a lot of books every night, every Friday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Caesar, he does like. Are you gonna go through the?
FOC. Well, we got
FOC.
we're going to talk about the books that came out this past week, and we're going to talk about the stuff that's coming out.
Like 2 to 3 months or something like that.
Yep, as well as ones that are coming out next week.
Yeah.
And I've been out for a while, so we are also going to talk about some news of the stuff like Penguin, Agatha,
Ooh.
G.I. Joe, Star Trek. We're going to talk about all that stuff.
Oh, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
talk in the back about Penguin.
I still haven't even started.
Well, if you
I
want to
haven't
come,
watched it either.
if you guys want to come on the show, you're absolutely freaking welcome.
Yeah, Jeff.
Penguin's the
Oh,
shit.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Penguin's the
Send the link. I can send it to Jeff if you want.
Okay.
And Jojo's
Absolutely.
available. Caesar, if you guys want to go on this Drunken Chat. But yeah, if I don't fall asleep, I will jump in.
The little rugrats you got running around there trying to wear you out. I can see it.
Sam took them to the store. Right now, it's still 7:30 here, so he took them to the store. So she's not being all crazy, but yeah, hopefully, man, because I've been having such a bad sleep. So, yeah, if I don't fall asleep, I will jump in. But thank you
Okay.
guys again. This was
Yeah,
our
thank you.
last
Thank
show.
you.
Caesar, you can come back with us next year again. Caesar,
Sure.
tell them everybody where they can find you.
Oh, yes. So the Comic Menu podcast every Tuesday night on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. We have the movie review this week. Then the rest of November is being booked. We're going to have Garrett Gunn on on the 12th with Shannon Kincaid talking about his new comic book they got together. We're hoping to get some other names coming up before the big one, that's MegaCon, which I will be at for real this time, for realsies, not what happened last time. And yeah, man. So just to be, and on Instagram, The Real Dracula's Wolf. Once again, if you're looking for a voiceover for real, I'm your man at any given time. I'm in a world.
Yes.
Damn.
Did you message? Well, we'll talk to you.
No, you never tell me. But what I want to say is, in a world when we talk about missing penises. You know what the thing is? I the minute I leave here, I'm gonna go find some string because I'm not fucking around.
Hey, if you go to is it Lowe's or IKEA, they have free twine outside. So.
Oh, really? Well, just it's kind of funny because I have 45 spools of it, so something's already going on. Thanks. I appreciate you having me on.
And Jojo, what do you have this week?
I will probably go live tomorrow. I used to do like a lot of reviews and stuff on movies and comics, but lately it's just been tough to find time. So I've been hopping on live though occasionally, and yeah, tomorrow we'll talk about. I actually went to Spirit Halloween today to pick up the 50% off sale stuff. So
that's right.
I'll probably
That's
just
smart.
like go through all that. Yeah, and that's really always really fun. But yeah, it'll be a good time. Talk movies.
Yeah.
Talk
Gotta
comics.
help them clean up for was it Spirit Christmas?
Spirit Christmas, right?
Dude, they don't have that. Do they have that? They should
It's a
have
new
it.
They've had it in
thing.
some
I think they're going
locations.
to.
Yeah.
They haven't
Are
had
you
them
kidding
around
me?
here.
Really?
I've never seen it.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Wow.
We need that. I will shop there. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Halloween, but I also love Christmas. And Jeff, you
Wow.
what do you have this week?
Tomorrow morning we'll have Saturday morning toy box. Looks like Big Rob's setting it up right now. So, of course, it'll be on Nearing Nirvana's channel with the Team Nerd Herd crew, and then of course Monday is our cover lovers. So tune in again here at Nearing Nirvana. We talk about our favorite covers for that week. That are coming up, incentives and store exclusives. So come check it out. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
And thank you guys so much. I'll be back on Tuesday here in the Run channel with Comic Book Woman, and we talk about the runner-ups for cover price list. So we'll be here again on Tuesday. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and Witching Hour will see you next year.
Oh, next year.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Round of applause.
Happy Halloween.